Will my poor past academic records come back to haunt me in my MBA placements? That is a good question to ask, and I am probably a good person to answer that because of my poor past academic records. In this video, I will be sharing with you that what is the impact of your previous academic performance on your placements and what all can you do to improve your chances at placements, to really improve the kind of outcomes which you get from your MBA and not just placements. Hi, I am Darpan Saxena, an MBA from IIM Udaipur, and let's get on with the video. So in this video, I will be talking about the impact of your previous academic records on your placements in MBA. I will share with you whether they have any impact or not, and if they do, then what can you do about it. And also towards the end of the video, I'll be sharing with you something interesting. It's a perspective of mine which you will really enjoy if you stick around, and that perspective is that if you really have very poor academic records, you have a very good chance of having a beautiful and a sparkling career after your MBA, provided that you are able to do the things which I'll be sharing with you at the end of the video. In fact, I would go to the extent of saying that if you have poor academic records, then this is that chance for you that you can be far more successful and far more satisfied than anyone else on your campus. What exactly am I trying to say? I'll share that towards the end of the video. And as you know, I run a marketing and digital skills blog called Super Heuristics for MBA students. You must go and check out the blog, and also please do not forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video so that you can be empowered to learn marketing and digital skills. Coming back to the topic, what you want to understand is that how the poor academic performance will impact your placements. So for that, we'll obviously have to split it up into summer placements and the final placements. Let's start off by talking about the summer placements. Now, you would know that the process for summer placements and the interviews, they start off sometime in September and October, just a few months after you have started your MBA. And you should also know that while the interviews happen in September and October, your resumes get frozen much earlier, sometime in June or July, so that the PlaceCom can forward it to various organizations. Now, having said all of that, what you would realize is that for the summer placements, you virtually have no time within your MBA to do anything extra and anything special, which means that the companies which are coming in for the summer placements, they do not have anything else to evaluate you on apart from your past academics and your past work experience. So yes, the answer is that if it is about your summer placements, then your previous academics and your work experience, if any, will play a major role in your shortlists. So while I'll be creating a separate detailed video wherein I will be explaining that at exactly what academic performance can you expect, what kind of shortlists, I will share with you a few examples here as well. So for example, if you are at a B school where consulting and financial job roles, they do come, then you should know that for these kind of job roles, for these kind of companies, they expect a perfect 999 or a 998 CGPA in your class 10th, 12th and graduation. So if your academics have not been so great, you need to be practical, you need to be pragmatic as to where all you can realistically expect a shortlist. Another example is that if you have no work experience, then you have a great chance at sales and marketing organizations because they usually have no such criteria on the work experience. And a third example is that if you are aiming for a product or a IT or an operations role, then yes, your work experience in that same industry or in that same job role is going to be very valuable for you to get those shortlists. Again, as I said, I will have to create a very specific separate video for you to really understand this, because while I have simply explained it, you need to know that there are a lot of nuances within this as well. So I will give you an example of what kind of nuances I am speaking about. So for example, if you are at an IIM ABC, the finance roles which come are investment banking, markets, and those proper finance roles. Whereas if you are in a B school which is of a lower tier, then the financial roles which come to that campus will at best be an equity research role, Apart from that, it will be financial sales or financial technology. So yes, I hope you've understood that it requires a separate video for you to understand. But broadly, what you have to know about what we were speaking is that yes, if it is about your summer placements, then yes, your previous academics and your previous work experience will have a big impact on the shortlists which you can have in that placement. And from there, I will talk about the final placements, and here is where the things will start to get really interesting for you if you're somebody who has poor academics. Now, you know that the final placement process, it happens at least a year and a half into your MBA, which means you have a lot of time in your MBA to change your fate. You have a lot of time in your MBA to work on your profile, to become eligible to a lot more firms which would not have shortlisted you during the summers. However, having said all of that, still a lot of organizations will not shortlist you if their criteria is purely on the basis of academics and work experience. For example, consulting and financial firms will be consulting and financial firms, and they will have the same criteria. So it is almost a given that if your previous academics were not so amazing, there will be surely some roles for which you will not be eligible for at all. However, I had said that yes, up till the finals during your MBA, you can do a lot of things which can change your fate, and those things which you can do, which can actually make an impact in your final placements, is that you can go ahead and acquire and learn certain hard skills. You can get equipped with hard skills which will make your profile far more attractive and valuable. If you've seen any of my other videos, you will know that I always advise MBA students that you as an MBA student should start to learn digital skills. What exactly are digital skills? I've created a video and you can find that link over here. You must go and watch that what exactly are the digital skills which each and every MBA student should acquire. So for example, if you are an MBA student who is interested in marketing, then the two such skills which I always advise to MBA students are digital marketing and analytics. These are the two skills which, if you are a student right now, then you need to have these skills. Yes, these skills will change every 5 years considering the speed at which everything is evolving. So yes, 5 years from now, when I'll be speaking to you, probably I'll be advising you some new skills. However, these two skills I can guarantee you will stay. Probably I'll come and say that, okay, now we need to have some third skill, but I am very sure that these two skills will not go away. Now, say suppose if you're from finance, then probably for you, if you go ahead and if you do a CFA level 1 and then level 2, that can also significantly impact your profile, and a lot more finance job roles will open up for you, not only on campus but also off campus. So yes, if we are speaking about the final placements, then you have the things in your hands. You can significantly change the outcomes which you can have from your MBA if you are able to acquire hard skills, these very important hard skills I spoke to you about. Now, at the start of the video, I made a statement. I said that if you're somebody who has poor academics, then I personally feel that you will actually and you can end up with some great outcomes after your MBA, so much so that probably you will be far more satisfied than all of your other friends. Why do I say that? The reason is very simple, and you need to understand this, because here is where the invisible things come into play. Now just imagine this, that if you are somebody who knows that your academics aren't that great, you would know now from your day one that yes, the college identity might not help you, and probably you need to take the things in your hands. And for you to have a good career, now it's entirely up to you that what exactly you do. And once you have that kind of clarity that you might not have a lot of things to lean on, then you would start to develop a fire within yourself. A fire would erupt within you, because you would know that you need to fight tooth and nail to make things happen for yourself. You know, the first change which it will make in your mindset is that you would realize that you cannot entirely depend on your final placements, and you need to do certain extra things as well. I will explain this entire thing, that what can you do, with an example of my own. I think you would know this, or maybe you might not know it, that from the very start, from my childhood, I have had a speech problem. I stammer, and that same problem has stayed with me up till date. Along with all of that, my academics were also very average. With these two things in the scene, I knew that for me it will be very tough to find good placements, and hence I knew that I need to work on my own skills so that I can compensate for these two issues which I have. And it is for that very reason that I started to work on my skills and I created my blog, Super Heuristics. Now, when I created my blog, I had no intention to earn from it. However, eventually, when my skills around that blog, they started to improve, my skills of search engine optimization, my skills of Facebook ad, conversion rate optimization, and all of those things, when these improved, it impacted the outcomes of my blog as well. And towards the end of my MBA, I was able to say that yes, I had created a very valuable asset for myself. My blog was famous across a lot of IIMs and a lot of other B schools. And after my MBA, my blog had started to do so well that I was able to leave that job after 1 year, and I am now able to completely focus on this beautiful asset which I have created for my own self. And now I live a lifestyle of freedom where I am financially, emotionally, and socially at a much improved stature than what I was in my job. And this is exactly what I was trying to say to you, that if you are somebody who has such kind of issues wherein you think that for you placements is not going to be simple, I can share it with you that placements is not going to be the end of the road for you. There are a lot of other things which you can explore, which can leave you far more happy, far more satisfied in every aspect. Hence, if you have been able to watch this video up till now, if you are still there, I want you to commit to yourself that you will start to learn some skills, and these skills will not only help you improve your chances at the final placements, but they will also help you in creating these assets which can stand for you. So learn a skill, implement those skills on a project so that that project can stand for you as your body of work. In my case, that project was my own blog. You can probably start off your own blog, and I would surely advise you to start it off because it will help you in various angles. I will also create a separate video on why do I feel that every MBA student and every student should create a blog. So that was it from my end, wherein I was trying to explain that how your academics and your work experience can impact your placements at MBA. And if your academics aren't that great, then what is it which you can do which can create a significant impact to the outcomes which you have from your MBA? Please comment as to what have been your takeaways from this video. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much.